So let me see if the lives are really live. Here we go. biggqsworld. Yeah, there it is. That's live. Okay, I guess we are live as live can be. Let me get the chat up, chill. Get the chat up, chill. Okay, got the chat up, chill. All right, and microphone together. Okay, I do believe it's time. So let me get this up here. And you just clickety click like that. Click, 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 click.
You can hear me typing?
Yeah. It ain't bothering me. It ain't bothering me. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm not gonna...
All right. So I'm gonna hit record on the board here. Bam. That is going. We are being recorded. And just for the hell of it, let's throw a little SmartGuyz theme in there. All right. This will help me with my timer. That's all.
Oh, shit.
And what is going on, everybody? What's going on, peeps out there? What's going on, my swag monsterish tech heads? I don't know what that I hear some weird sound coming from your side, but
that's my dog.
Oh, what's going on, everybody? What's happening? It's the SmartGuyz Tech Podcast with your boy, Smart Guy, Big Q, joined by the one and only,
the crispiest Keon X that you have ever seen this season.
Here we go. I'm looking at it right now, and I'm telling you, I'm a little bit jealous. It looks nice. What's going on, kid? What is causing all this crispiness on your end? What's going on?
What's causing the team crispy? So yeah. Q, Apple been doing their thing for the past few months. The past 6, 7, 8 months.
Have they really?
Let me have it. So Apple been doing their thing for the past few months, and I'm looking at my 27-inch 2019 iMac. I just bought a MacBook Air, so I'm just like, man, this MacBook Air really outperforming my iMac. My iMac got 40 gigs of RAM and i5, and then my MacBook Air with 8 gigs of RAM is actually outperforming it, tangibly outperforming it. So I'm like, you know what? Let me throw this thing up for sale. Let me just see what happens. I gotta buy. Yeah. I went out. I bought me an M1 Mac Mini, a new 32-inch gaming monitor by Dell, but it was $150 off. So I was like, you know what? I gotta buy it. Why not? And I bought me a little webcam, Logitech webcam.
Okay.
So now I'm super crispy. Got the monitor looking all sleek and nice.
UHD 144 hertz, all that good stuff. G-Sync, FreeSync.
I think it's at 156 actually. Oh. Yeah, it's FreeSync and all that. Yeah, it was because I was looking at monitors. I'm just like, man, I don't really care about any of these monitors. Like, I do want something bigger, but all the monitors that had the Best Buy, because I ran out on my lunch. All the monitors that had the Best Buy weren't great. Yeah. But then they had this one that was marked down from like $550 to $400 or something. I was like, you know what? Go ahead. It's gonna be an investment. I'm gonna keep it for a while.
If your boy was here, if your man Josh Aby was here, who's the monitor king or whatever, like if it didn't have the specs up to his liking, he'd have crapped out. Look, he won't.
I didn't want to spend over $350, so
bro, he won't G-Sync, FreeSync, UHD plus.
I am using this for my gaming monitor, so it's better than the little 27-inch HP I had over there that was nothing. So tell Josh to back off.
Look, in his absence, I'm just checking you the spec check because I know he would do it if he was here. That's what I'm saying. The spec check
Hey
man.
man, it got better specs than my HP. That's what kind of specs it has.
Josh he's the spec check man. You know, I like usually when I'm thinking about buying something, especially like if we come to a monitor, you know, I run it by him just to get his reaction on it because you know he even though at the end of the day, to me, FreeSync, G-Sync, 140, a lot of that stuff don't matter to me because like I'm not I don't need to be the super most competitive +2 frames on the. I don't need all that. You know?
I mean, it makes a difference. I was because like playing on a TV versus playing on a monitor, it makes a difference. But like I've always played on low quality monitors this whole time, so now I'm finally getting a somewhat higher quality monitor, and I got to use it for like photo editing as well. So like for me, it's just like as long as I can do my photos, the gaming stuff is secondary.
Yeah, and I kind of figured that would be your main concern because the color gamut stuff had to be important to you. Like so, you will be thinking that you editing the pictures down one way, and then when you finally print them out or send them to somebody, they look at it on their screen and it's like, wait a minute,
exactly.
Why is my skin gray? You know what I'm saying?
So when I looked at the box and the box was like, oh, we got 156 something, and then 1 millisecond. I'm like, that's cool. So I might as well grab it. So I'm up in here looking crispy. I got to get everything set all the way up back again. But yeah, like I believe in the Apple M1, man. M1 chip, it's working.
Well, you know what? Listen, I haven't really. All I do is hear about it, and all I do is hear see people doing a lot of comparisons to it. Apparently, it's a really really good thing, and it's performing well. And it's also sending a message to the rest of the tech OEMs or people who make stuff. Because this chip shortage has taught us a couple different things, right? If you're depending on one person, depending on Intel or Qualcomm or somebody you're having fun with that thing, if you're depending on one person to make your chips, man, and they can't do it no more, you run into some problems, man. You run into some problems. So
and really they lighting the fire under Intel's, but because AMD got gaming chips, they just said, hey, we'll take care of the gaming. Yeah. So I don't know what Intel really has except for productive Windows computers, but I don't even think they have that anymore.
Right. They just have they got the Core i3, i5, i7, i9 chips that they were making, and then of course you had Qualcomm doing a lot of the mobile stuff, and then you had what was that? Huawei doing the Kirin, and
Huawei doing the Kirin.
Exynos. So Samsung has their Exynos or whatever, and I forgot who the other company was that was making another chip, but it's a few people who are making them. But it seems like Apple's and Samsung chips are the one most people talk about these days. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I mean, that Exynos chip is something that I never really came in contact with because it's it's like a
international
situation thing. So I haven't got a chance to really mess around and see what those were really about and that kind of thing. But other than that. Seemed like you had a pretty good week,
Yeah, and I actually got some new ink on my arm too. Like man. Oh man, I'm killing it this week. How's your week, man?
It's been good. It's been it's been just work, more prep, more getting ready for this event and this second half and and this kind of thing. So that's really what it's been about. That kind of thing. So in dealing with the situation where it's so strange to me. I don't understand what's happening because nobody has anything. So like the carrier stores don't have inventory on phones. We having a hard time keeping phones in stock. The things that people are wanting the most now they can't get because you know how things are on end of life or whatever. So Galaxy Watch hard to get right now. Any kind of Galaxy foldable, which now people are starting to pay attention to. Now I can't get them. You know what I'm saying, right? So
are people paying attention to the foldables?
Well, I get speaking 3 inquiries every day. So
Oh, nice. Yeah. Speaking of foldables, my mom is like dead set not wanting to get a foldable.
Not wanting to get one.
She said she wants a note. Yeah, she said she wants a note. She doesn't want a foldable.
Oh man, so she's gonna when she see the official news for 2021, she's gonna be a little bit upset, man. She
said that somebody broke their fold and they got it fixed, and it was like $700 or $800 to get this thing fixed. She said she's not feeling that. Yeah. She said she's gonna stick with her Note 10, and the Note 10 is busted, bro.
Well, she might be able to still find a Note 20 Ultra. They're hard to find, but she might be able to find one. I think I can still order them.
Don't you got one? Don't you have one?
Yeah, I got mine. I got
Yeah,
mine.
go ahead and send her yours.
Like,
No, go ahead and send her yours, bro.
I need to trade mine in I got to trade mine in. The General Takeover's in the house. Team Pixel. Hey, listen, things wrapping up with Pixel though. Pixel is getting hot.
What? I thought General was done with the Pixel. What happened?
I don't know.
Lady G, I thought you were done with the Pixel. What happened? You
before
back
I
on
get
the
to the
train?
story, I'm gonna tell you something about the Android community that started rub me a little bit funny. Right, I'm starting to feel a little bit weird. 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago was it 2 weeks ago? Everybody under the sun was going nuts and having orgasms over the Sony.
Oh wow!
The Sony Xperia 1 Mark III phone, right? Everybody was going nuts.
Only the tech nerds were. Only the tech nerds were. Don't hype it up.
Listen, I saw this thing everywhere. I saw it everywhere. And then Google put this little thing out, talking to be the Google 6. And they're getting rid of the A and the XL and they double down on the design and everything looks real now. And now, only thing I'm seeing is Google 6 stuff, Google Pixel 6. And so the Sony 1 Mark III, ain't nobody talking about that no more. They talking about this potential Google 6 Pro that everybody's going nuts over right now.
Bro, it's been 2 weeks. How long you want this phone to last?
Listen, 2 weeks. That's all y'all gonna. That's only the hype train y'all got is 2 weeks for me. That's it.
Hey man,
what's going on? And you was on this show. You on this podcast.
I said if I was rocking Android, I would rock the Sony. If I was on Android, I'm not on Android though. It don't matter to me. And that phone, and technically the phone was like 3 months old.
Right. Yeah, and then so what ended up happening? That statement came out is saying that it was only going to support one major Android upgrade in its lifetime, and everybody got off the train.
People ain't down with that.
They were finished. They were like, you know what? We're gonna move on to the Google. That's what we're on a Pixel now. That's what we had.
I mean, Pixel, Google and Samsung said they promised for like 3 years.
Yeah, which I don't get. Well, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say Fletch said he went to Flip 2, but I think he meant Fold 2. You don't want the Flip.
Let's talk about the new joint, the 3s that are getting ready to come out. They want that Flip Z. Oh yeah. I mean, that's the future. Look, I'm telling you, in a month's time, watch how. Like I was telling the customers the other day, he was like, "Man, I don't know about that Fold stuff, man. Ain't nobody messing with, ain't nobody rocking with that." I was like, "Bro, look, right now it's a year.
Ain't nobody want to drop $5,000 for a phone."
But listen, by year's end, watch how many you see, because that's all. Google's dropping one by the end of the year. Samsung getting ready to hit you.
They're not gonna drop a folder. They're not gonna drop a foldable.
Yes, they are. Them and Samsung.
You think Google's gonna drop a foldable?
Yes.
No, I don't believe it, bro.
They already said it. They already announced it. They already announced it.
I believe it when I see it.
I'm telling you.
Not this year.
This year.
If they drop it this year, I'll buy one.
You know what?
Y'all heard it here first.
It's coming this year. You know what I'm saying? Look, and they're gonna be everywhere. And then people are gonna be like, "Oh, now everybody's gonna be acting like the fold is the jump off, right?" But that's what's happening. You're gonna see them by the end of the year. You're gonna see them everywhere. And then of course, I saw a little bit of Apple 13 stuff. Always on display, slimmer notch.
Why are you looking?
Yeah, they don't whack it. No,
why are you looking?
It came off me. It's the wackest thing. That phones are terrible. I gotta be ashamed.
Hey man, I have not tried to look at any iPhone 13. The only thing I've seen so far are the headlines that say always on display, which I could give two about. Like I could care less about always on display. I don't even use it on my watch.
I'm surprised they even attempted it because they're so scared to do
whack batteries.
Yeah, they're so scared to do anything extra because they know them batteries are pieces of crap.
Standby life on iPhone batteries would crush your phone, bro.
Going into our first.
That's why he want to skip to the story. Y'all see it. He don't want to talk about it. He's scared.
That's why Apple don't ever do nothing extra with their phones. Look, no NFC, because they scared of the batteries. The batteries.
We got NFC.
You can't use it for that.
We got NFC.
You can't use it for that.
Whatever. Get out of here, Q.
Oh my God. Okay. The first story. This right here came out a couple weeks ago. I was wondering how you felt about it. It ain't a big story, but it came out years ago. Microsoft said, "Hey, listen, for all the hard work that all their employees did during the pandemic, that they're gonna give them a $1,500. This is for everybody, from every level of Microsoft, right?
That's whack.
Listen,
it's only whack because Apple doesn't do it.
Right. Well, like Samsung ain't doing it for us either. You know what I'm saying? But listen, that's $200 million that they get. And look, and to me, I think that you remember our homeboy Lorenzo. That's the only person I know who worked for Microsoft still as Lorenzo. But he was telling me that is real. That that they're gonna get the $1,500. Look, I think that's pretty fly.
I mean, that's as a company wise, that's nice. That would get me to really check, stick with my company, stand by them, say, Microsoft, we might not sell whatever, but like they care about us.
Go there. We might not sell this, that, and the third, but hey, we gonna take care.
Hey man, but they care about us, so yeah, they gonna get.
I think it's pretty dope.
That would make me rock with them.
It's a gesture. To help out their people and give them. I mean, because it ain't like they never lost work. They didn't never get sent home. Like they got sent home. Like, they closed the store.
Oh, they got sent home.
Yeah, they sent everybody home, but nobody lost their jobs. I thought it was pretty cool. The other thing I got came before we get into the real stuff.
Wait, before you go over there. Wait, before you go over there, Apple is actually going under fire because they don't want people working from home no more, like the retail people.
Right.
They don't want them working from home, and people are like, hey, wait, we don't want to be going back to the store all early and stuff, which is weird because, some people are like, this is over, pandemic's done, but other people are like, hey, people still catching it, so I don't want to be back in stores. And Apple's just like, hey, y'all get back in there.
As a guy who works in a store, doing the retail thing, I've been back in the store for 6-7 months now. It's still a very awful environment. It really is. You know what I mean? So those Apple, I saw that story. They are saying, man, they are not wanting to go back to work, bro. And honestly, I think another thing that the pandemic has showed us is that if you don't really have to be there, you really don't have to be there. People.
The pandemic showed us that 70% of the people don't have to be there. Just
don't have to be there.
Most of the jobs nowadays don't have to be there.
If you ain't actually
even Chick-fil-A people working at home, so
right. If you don't actually have to flip the burger, then you don't need to be there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying we don't need you here. You know what I mean? Look at this $2,100 tag hue where Super Mario.
I saw
that. I think it looks nice. $2,100. I don't know about that. Now, the only thing that's good about this that I think is kind of cool is that how we was always worried about heirloom style or expensive smartwatches because of the software and whatnot. This right here looks like it's guaranteed.
It's a terrible idea. No, it's a terrible idea.
Like three years of updates. So
go ahead and buy it, thank you.
I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not spending $2,100 on a smartwatch. You know what I mean?
Because it's a terrible idea, bro. Yo.
So
Apple did some stuff like this.
I'm saying they're telling you, listen, don't worry about it being obsolete and outdated. You good for 5 years. We're gonna make sure that it's straight, right? So,
bro, no. Apple did stupid stuff like this, making $10,000 iWatches. Gucci does it. All these high name brands, tag heuer. No, man. I mean, I could see it being nice for a collector.
Yeah.
The Nintendo super fan, Mario super fan, but I don't see people actually buying it and using it. I see you buying it and collecting it and putting it in a showcase, but not buying it and using it.
I mean, it's a very.
Is it limited edition? Like, are they only making a certain amount?
I didn't really. I'm thinking that's probably what it is. I didn't get into look at all. I just think. Listen, to me, when it comes to these smartwatches, especially the Android ones, it don't matter whose name. It can be Tag Heuer, it can be Fossil, it can be Breitling, it can be. They all look exactly like that. So I don't understand.
They got a special watch face on it, and that's it.
Right. I mean, really, come on, what's really going on? And then so talk about the hardware, right? So maybe it does have all the cutting edge sensors and all that stuff in it right now. What about in 3 years, though? You know what I'm saying? What about in 3 years? Even though the software is still going to be good, but the hardware is going to be outdated. So $2,100, nah, player, I ain't with that.
And you could buy, if it's only 3 years, you could buy 6-7 watches in 3 years, bro.
You could
to make up for that $2,100. That's no, I'm good.
I don't know how many they're going to sell, but I don't think they're expecting to sell a whole lot of them. Nike, these are the two big.
I don't understand that business model of making only 10 of an item.
Well, here's the thing, because you think about that Apple Watch.
Unless you're making it when people order it. Like, don't make 100 of them hoping to sell.
Yes.
Like, make it as they order.
But think about that Apple Watch when they first said that it was going to be a $10,000 edition. What was it? It had a dumb name too. Was it called the
edition? It was the edition. It was an Apple Watch edition. Yeah. Apple Watch edition.
So that watch actually cost them about $50 to make, right?
I mean, they still do it. They have the Herman Miller watches, which is the same exact watch. It's literally the band that costs the consumer $700, $800.
Look, Samsung tried that crap too. That Tom Brown stuff. That Tom Brown, they wanted like $5,000 for the same watch that I got on right here, but with a gray, red, and white band on it. Come on, man, get out of here with that. So,
but they're selling like the Herman Miller sell.
I mean, people buy it. I mean, I guess the people buy stuff. Why stop selling it to them, right? You know what
I mean? I guess.
I mean, so these last two stories are right, and I definitely want to get your idea on both because I already envisioned in my mind how you gonna react to both of these because you a little bit of a snob, you're a little bit of a percenter, you know.
Wow.
You are, Keon. Let's be real, man.
Wow.
I present
I'm
technology
just a
to
normal
you all
everyday
the time.
Joe.
No, listen. Hear me out. Yeah, I present things to you all the time, right? And 9 times out of 10, what do you do when I present things to you? 9 times out of 10, what do you do when I present
trash? Because they're trash.
See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
What is it? What you got for me today?
Okay, here we go.
Let's look and see if it's trash or not. That's what we're about to play.
Okay, so the other day, right, 2 companies released 2 items with similar names, but one broke the internet and one got laughed at hard, right? So one of them we're not even gonna cover. I'm just gonna tell you, Elgato released the Stream Deck, and on the same day that Valve released this thing. Here, see if I can show it to you. This thing.
I thought Valve released the Stream Deck.
Valve released the Steam Deck.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
Right. Let's get it together now. So
first of all, Elgato's trash because I didn't even know they released anything.
Because it got overshadowed. I'm just saying. It got overshadowed by the Steam. This thing literally broke the internet. Like, these nerds were creaming themselves over this thing right here.
Yo, Christina bought one. Joe bought one.
She did. I saw on Twitter what she said. She put a reservation in for one, right? Which surprised me because we had a conversation a couple months ago on this podcast about the whole handheld thing, and you and her was on this weird stuff. That's right. So, this, if you don't know what this is a handheld gaming PC made by Valve, the people who run the Steam service with the video games and whatnot. Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, a gaming PC just running Steam. You can play any kind of games on it you want. It comes in a couple different sizes. I think there's a 64, a 256, and a 128 gig size. I think here are the specs on it right here. 7-inch 720p display, right? 60 hertz refresh on the screen. It's rocking an AMD APU Zen graphics chip there. The RDNA situation. 16 gigs of RAM. So look, it's you can play AAA titles. Not that whackness, not that scaled down Nintendo stuff, right? Talking about real deal.
That's what that is. You're talking to me about a Nintendo Switch right now. It's like I don't know what you're talking about.
That's like if Nintendo Switch ate like the Mario mushroom. You know what I'm saying, right? Come on,
bro. No, this is a Nintendo. Bro, 90% of the games on there right now, you can get on Nintendo Switch.
Listen, the point is, the conversation was...
Oh my God, I just unlocked 4K on this monitor. Sorry. It's
unlocked. You've been turned it on. The conversation was about mobile gaming and being like, you talking about you running the games on the phone or whatever. Like, no, I got my Nintendo Switch, this, that, and the third, right? This is a dedicated. Remember, that was one of the words you used. A dedicated gaming handheld device. That's for pros. You know what I'm saying?
For trash.
Pro.
Bro, until I can play, like, okay, I don't like this. And
that's why I wanted your reaction.
Because this is like, just like you said, it's like a hardcore Switch.
Yeah.
A pro Switch or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And who is doing that mobily? Like, can you? I don't know enough about it either. So you're gonna have to help me out here. Can you connect it to your TV or a monitor?
Nope. You can, but but that's not the main thing you want to do with it.
So why? So it costs at least $500. I did see that.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, but you're on a train.
So why am I buying? But why am I buying this over a Switch?
Well, because the Switch plays punk ass kiddie games, and this plays real grown games.
90% of the games on the Steam Deck are the same as the Switch. They're playing the same games.
You can't get Steam on a Nintendo Switch.
The games on Steam, the platform, 90% of them you can buy on Switch. So tell me why they have a huge overlap. They have a huge overlap.
Well, if that's the case, then I don't get it. I didn't think you could get the Steam catalog from a Switch. I don't think you could do that.
Just some of the games are available on both systems. Like Control is on the Switch. Yeah. Doom is on the Switch. You can play like half of these games on the Switch.
Okay, now you got a point. You have a point there, right?
And I'm guessing this is definitely like higher quality, better specs, better display. Who cares? It's mobile.
Actually, I think the Switches, especially the new Switches coming, I think the new Switch's display is actually going to be better. This is a 720p display on this one.
It's the same thing on the Switch. It's just the Switch has OLED, so the blacks will be deeper. It's still 720. Again, this being $500, I don't. Yeah. So like, it's kind of trash.
Maybe you're not locked into the Nintendo ecosystem, and you can run Windows.
That's what I was about to say. Like, so like it has a couple extra features. It's going to have some more hardcore games if you want to play, real games on your tablet. Like
Warzone, it ain't a tablet.
I'm not playing Warzone handheld. I'm not.
Now you can. Now you can.
But I'm not.
You know what I'm saying? Because you know what? You're going to be playing
If you play me...
You're gonna be playing Warzone on your PS5, right? In your crib, on your TV, and some dude gonna be like on the train somewhere, just smacking you around on the game.
No, he's not. No, with all that lag, he gonna be. I was thinking he gonna die 10 minutes later.
It depends on what his connection looks like.
If the Dr. Dolphin is playing me in Warzone,
I think the connections are good on here. Let me see. Dual band Wi-Fi radio, 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz. So I thought it had 5G, but it doesn't. So it doesn't have that. Okay, all right.
Who's still in the chat? How many people y'all not still in the chat? Later on, downloaders, podcast listeners, y'all tell me what you think about this, because this is.
Look, for me, I'm not buying one of these. I'm just saying, like it ain't my thing. But it's not my thing.
It's not completely trash to me.
Yeah.
I think Elgato is trash. I'm sorry, Elgato. You do good with your little recording software, recording hardware. Everybody loves you. Everybody roots for you.
I use the Stream Deck, man, and the Stream Deck is dope, man. It's just the timing of it.
That's what I'm saying. Like their products, their products are dope, but the what's it called? So, and who is this? I forgot who. This is Steam.
This is Valve.
Valve.
Yeah.
Valve is not complete trash. I'll give it that, because it's gonna be like a Switch Plus. Like I play Switch because I want to play the most casual games out there. I don't want to try hard. I don't want to do anything.
You ain't gonna like this, but this is the reason why. Like, I think it's dope. I think everything about it is dope. But I'm gonna tell you the reason why I'm not buying one. And I know you gonna have a fit with this. The reason why I'm not buying that is because I can do all of that. Everything that thing does on my.
If you say on your phone, I'm leaving. I'm leaving the podcast. I'm leaving the podcast.
I can do that on my notebook.
It's been real.
See, I know you can't handle that, but I can't. The truth is the truth. I can do everything that thing does on my note. The whole shebang.
Big Fletch out there in the chat said he'd buy one if he had $500 to blow.
I'm just keeping it 100 with you, bro.
I would try it just to see how hardcore games are handheld, but I don't know, man. I don't know if I could keep one. I don't know if I'd play it.
I mean, it seems like it's going to be dope, and the reservations are apparently the numbers are doing good. It's enough for them to actually go ahead and
my Twitter blew up.
Yeah, people
my
like
Twitter
it,
blew up about it. People were
I don't think
upset that it was taking them long to buy it. Like the
Yeah.
website was crashing.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
I mean, they put that. I mean, and completely just crushed Elgato's dreams for the week. I'm just saying. I mean, Elgato should have checked the calendar or something. I don't know what was going on.
I mean, they probably didn't know. What was it? Valve probably just said, "Oh, we got a surprise coming."
Yeah, they was trending on Twitter. They thought it was all good, but they were like, "We're trending, but it ain't really for us, right? It's for Valve." Like, what are people talking about? Why is our name coming up, right? You know, and people are like, "Oh, Elgato made a handheld game." That's like, no, it's not a. That's the little screen deck, deal or whatever, So I don't know.
I can't believe I didn't hear anything about Elgato. Like I didn't hear it. I didn't read a headline about Elgato.
No, I'm telling you, I didn't even know about the new Stream Deck Mark II until it popped up on the Google feed like later on that day, and I was like, oh, so this happened today too. Okay, well, Valve pretty much shut that whole entire thing down. I don't know how you're going to release your product on the same day as something like this with a similar name. Well, so one is called a Stream Deck and one's called a Steam Deck. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, it was a pretty rough. I want
to see it. Is it the Stream Deck?
It's the Stream Deck Mark II. Stream Deck Mark II. It looked a lot like the original one. Except
I thought you were saying that they did like a gaming thing.
Well, people use it for their live streams and their.
I know what they use it for.
Yeah. I've had one for quite.
Yeah, they didn't get any press. They didn't get any press on this.
They got that thing, but I think they'll still sell it because I mean this is their third one that they've made. This is the fourth one because they had a mini one, then they had the one.
They had the mini one. That's the one I wanted. The mini one.
Then I have the bigger one, but then they made an XL, and then they made this one. So so this is the fourth one that they made.
I mean, it'll still do numbers because if you look online and you're looking for something to help you with whatever you're gonna buy it, it doesn't need to have the hype that Valve needs.
But then Valve kind of crushed them anyway, just for the hell of it.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean. Last thing is this right here, right? And I don't know if you saw this on the news.
Oh, I didn't see this at all.
Oh, so this. The only thing about this I don't get is that Microsoft didn't announce this during the Windows event when they announced Windows 11. This is a completely separate thing. This is them taking, and I saw this coming a mile away. I'm actually surprised that we just now getting this. But they're taking the whole entire Windows experience, the whole deal, the whole thing, not just bits and pieces of it like they were doing before, the whole thing and throwing it in the cloud. So you can literally go on here, sign up, spec out a machine that you want, not have to own an actual PC or anything, and get you a PC that you can access from anywhere, anytime. So
what do you mean?
It's a cloud PC.
So like your desktop, you could just any computer, you can just log into Windows365.com, log into your own personal thing, and it has all your stuff. Yes. That's pretty dope.
Yes.
I'm not even gonna lie. That's pretty dope.
So you still install all your
This is Cloud PC.
Oh.
Really? You want to play the whole video? You do the whole video too? You trying to get kicked? Trying to get banned?
Well, I didn't think we had audio. I didn't think the audio was gonna play. But yeah, you know what I mean. But yeah, so basically it's pretty cool. It's like it's like we've been able to do like I used to use a service called Splash Top. That's what I used to use, right? Where I would be able to like I would be doing these demos at work where people like this was like around Note 10, Note 9 time, and people were like, why is Samsung trying to tell me that a Note can replace my laptop? And I'm like, well, it can. And then I will hook it up and do Dex and be like, well, hold on, I can't do Photoshop with Dex mode. I'm like, well, hold on. Then I would open up the Splash Top and it would connect to my desktop at home, and I would be able to run Photoshop like I was like right there, right? And so now I can cut out the middleman. I don't need Samsung or Dex mode, none of that stuff no more, right? So I like it. I like it.
And like I said, I'll give it to him. That's dope. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty dope. Are you gonna use it that often?
Right now. So I don't know if you heard of a service called Shadow PC, right? So it's a service called Shadow PC, which is similar.
I don't think so.
They've been it's for gamers. So you go on Shadow, you can spec out a machine, and then you buy your games or whatever, and you play. So people who can't afford a gaming rig they would get Shadow. They would pay a subscription fee to it or whatever it is, and that's how they would play their games without actually having a gaming rig, right? So this is kind of similar, but not for like gamers. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can spec out a machine that can run games or whatever, but this is more for business people, right?
So what's the pricing though? Hit me with that.
So let's see what the pricing looks like on here, because they did have the pricing. Let's see. Clap, you see. They had a price. Oh, I thought they had a price on. They don't have the price on here. This is just an F. But it's definitely gonna be a situation, and
of course you gotta pay for them service.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure to be, depending on what you doing, would be more expensive. It's an enterprise thing, right? So basically, if you run a business, instead of buying laptops for your people, you give them keys and tell them good luck, right? Sure
I mean, you would still have to buy laptops, right?
No.
Or you would just tell them to use their own.
Oh, you don't need laptops.
Because I was thinking you could buy them like a Chromebook, and then they can just log in and have.
Or you can skip the Chromebook. Yeah. You can skip that. You can skip that altogether.
So how are they going to access their stuff though?
You can access it from a tablet or anything with a video display on a TV.
That's what I'm saying. So they would need something though.
Yeah, they would need something. Yes, a monitor, TV, phone, whatever, something that has a display on. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's it. And the keyboard.
Yeah.
And you're Gucci, right? Now I just knew that you was gonna crap on this. No.
This is, like I said, this something that Microsoft does is worthy of some slight praise. Now, okay. I will never use it because I refuse to use Microsoft products, but they're all right.
Yeah, so I like that. I think that's cool. I think if I was a student or if I was a business, like for example, like the laptop that I take to work every day, in my ideal situation, which I've been kind of writing a proposal for, trying to get them to do this for me at work. But if they get, like, I'm trying to get them to get me an M7 at work, right? If they give me an M7,
the monitor.
Yeah, if they get they give me one of those. My demo game is.
Is there an internet browser on there or no?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's built in. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, it's built in. I'm just literally using a keyboard. That is it. So it's got Bluetooth and keyboard.
Crazy.
It's nasty. So I've been trying to get them to get me one. If I had one of those, right?
You wouldn't bring anything, or you wouldn't need to.
Huh? No, don't need your laptop.
I said you wouldn't need to bring anything. And then if you get the M7, then that could be the perfect use case. You could use the log into your stuff at home and boom.
Yeah. So
the internet's gonna be trash. So
yeah, the internet's gonna be garbage. So that's really the only thing that really killed the demos when you were in the store in the first place. The internet is always garbage. So like to maximize, you need to have like a 5G jetpack or whatever. Which I didn't realize those things were that hard to find. Like they don't really make a whole lot of those.
T-Mobile has them. T-Mobile has them. So they be offering me they do like free 30-day trials and stuff.
Yeah, because the ones I saw at the store, like I saw one Verizon one, but then they recalled it, and then I saw like a prepaid one. I think it was made by somebody, but I don't think it was 5G though. But it was like a 4G one back. I was like, man, if I had a 5G jetpack, you good, you Gucci. You know what I mean? So, and I'm thinking like, imagine like a traveling salesperson. You go to people's houses or whatever. You whip out, I don't know, maybe your phone or and that little fold-out keyboard that I got, and you throw the thing up on a person's TV. And you sit there and you do your presentation. You got your little keyboard right there. I mean, that's pretty nasty. The possibilities of carrying a big bag around with all that crap them days is over. You know what I mean? Like, and you know me, I'm all about making everything simplistic for carrying one device. So if all I got on me is my Galaxy Fold, that's all I need. Let me have that and I'm good. You know what I'm saying, right?
You know me, I like dedicated devices. Yeah. Dedicated devices are so nice.
Well, dedicated devices usually perform better because they're dedicated. When things kind of share the same, internal guts, the same memory and the same motherboards and all that, you run into, some weirdness, right? But those things are getting better as we go along. They're getting better. Things are getting better, I really believe you want to call it a smartphone if you want to. I think that name eventually going to go away because phones, these things can do so much.
To what? To what?
I don't know what you're calling.
I don't know what you're calling. What? No.
I don't know.
No.
I mean, like
that's an easy topic to talk about, though.
But how often do you do phone on your smartphone? How often do you do phone? You don't do phone. I don't do phone.
I don't do phone because I don't like people calling me, though.
Me either.
That's my problem.
But you do everything
Like,
else in your phone, right? So why would you call it a
Like
phone
what?
if you're not using it as a phone? What I'm saying, right?
Hey man,
It's
hey
not a
man.
phone. It's not a phone anymore. It's not. It's something completely
Phone
different.
is just the phone just means like the size and the shape and what it can do. It can make
Every
phone calls.
year.
Yo,
as this-
I actually like taking phone calls on my computer. Like that's I
Yeah.
love it.
I like that too.
Dope.
Because I actually get to use. I remember one time I think I was waiting on an interview or something. Some like a executive person was, I was waiting on a call from them. So I'm sitting there, at the computer or whatever. So the phone call comes through, and I got like the mic, and so they're like, "Wow, what kind of phone are you using with the microphone?" Like I was like, "Oh, I'm at my desktop and I'm using."
They're like, "Dang, you came in with the bass."
Right, you sound like you on the radio or whatever. You know what I mean? It's crazy, right? But yeah, but no, I just think as we go forward, more and more, every year, the phone becomes less of a phone. It's become less and less of a phone.
You just
So
want that to happen, Q.
Phone part need to go away. Let's call it smart smart stick. I don't.
No. See, that's the problem, though. I mean, somebody may create a new name, and then we gotta deal with the whole changing process. And 2 generations are still gonna call it a phone.
Listen,
and then in the year 2100, that's when they're gonna call it something else.
Listen, the ones coming up under us gonna use the phone less than we do. Now we hardly ever use the phone, but the ones coming up behind us gonna use it less than we do. You know what I mean? Because they antisocial. They definitely don't want to be having.
Imagine your grandkids. You give them a phone and be like, "Hey, call me," and they're like,
like
what? How do I do that?
Like,
how? Can I call on my AirPods? Like, wait, what do you mean?
What does it? What does call even mean? You know what I mean? I don't know.
All I got are texts and stories, bro. Like, I don't know. I don't know what else you want.
Short form video.
I got TikTok. I can TikTok you, but like that's it.
Communicate through memes or whatever. You know what I'm saying, right?
Like I don't know what call means, but I got you on the text.
I'm not sure what you mean by call you, but you mean like a video, like a FaceTime deal or whatever.
They go on YouTube and they look at what does phone call mean.
Right. Speaking of which, we can end the show on this because I just want to get your reaction on this because this is something I've been noticing this week while I was at work. So you remember a couple weeks ago when we went over the, I'm gonna make sure I get it right because I don't want nobody saying nothing crazy to me. iOS beta 15, is that what it's called?
Yes, iOS 15 beta.
Okay, iOS 15 beta, and how it had this FaceTime feature, right?
Yeah.
That allows you to be able to
where we can FaceTime Android people. Yeah.
Right. So what I've been noticing over the last week, you know what I mean? Customers who come in, it was that same old song and dance that I've been hearing for years. Oh, I'm the only one in my family with an Android phone, and my family trying to get me to get an iPhone. I'm like, why? And it's the same old thing. Oh, because they said they can't FaceTime.
Message and FaceTime. Yeah.
So we tell them, and then one of the guys happened to be running the beta on his phone, and he was showing them what it looked like. And so on 3 different occasions, the guy ended up staying with a Samsung. He got is staying with a Samsung and not buying an iPhone. And I just want to get you.
That's fine.
But this is what I said though when they announced that, like that FaceTime is their thing. That's their hook. That's their. Why would they give that away?
That's one of their hooks.
Right. That's a big one.
But, it is a big one. And I don't know, man. And for me, like, there's still a lot of other features that are better for me. Like, iMessage is huge. Like, even just setting up my new computer, and I don't really have to set up nothing. I can start texting from my computer. That's huge. And then AirDrop is big, super big for me. And again, it's not even that. None of these features are like, oh, I can't have this on Android. Like, I know I can go on Android and I can text my computer.
They're not native.
I know I can do wireless sharing. Right. It's not native. It's not as easy to set up. It's not as fast. Right. Like, that's the only. That's what keeps me.
Yeah.
Everything talks to each other. Right. I can do that with Windows and Android, but it's not as native. It's not as easy. It's not as fast.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. I mean, for the people that don't care about easiness, their Apple's probably losing those customers.
Right. Yeah.
If you know what you're doing with your phone.
Yeah. So
hey man,
one of the customers, right? Like the guy, he came in there with his 2 daughters, right? They were younger or whatever, right? And like they were all happy because he was finally getting ready to get an iPhone or whatever. But as soon as they started talking, the guy whipped out the thing.
Messed up.
Bro, and they were so disappointed that he ended up buying an S21.
Messed up. Yo, tell that guy to stop. He's not a good seller.
Listen, my thing is this: like those people, if it was me, now me personally, I would tell my family, look, if y'all really, if y'all want to be able to have a video chat with me, is that important to you? And all you got to do is download an app on your phone, and y'all don't want to do it, then I guess y'all won't ever be FaceTiming a video chat with me because I'm not changing my phone because of that.
I'll send you a FaceTime notification right now.
No, but for the people who's that's a big deal for their family, and that's something that you're willing to do for your family, I'm usually not the one that's going to stop you from doing that. Like, you come in and tell me, like, man, I got a note, but I want to get an iPhone 12 because this is what my family want me to do, and it's all about FaceTime. And I'm be like, okay, well, the Apple guy's over there, and that's exactly my conversation. I'm not going to do that.
You're not going to try to convince him or nothing?
No, I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm not. I'm not going to do it at all.
I mean,
because I don't know.
It is getting hard, and I don't know what their model is, but it is getting harder and harder to say, like, this is something you can only do on Apple.
Right. Yeah.
It's getting hard to say that. And I know they're doing it because they want to loosen the barriers or invite more people. I don't know how it's going to work, but...
And I think that's great. Only thing is, I figure, like, if somebody else had figured out how to do that, how to get a FaceTime call on an Android device, and it wasn't Apple's idea and wasn't them who done that, I think that would have made more sense to me. But Apple's the one who's doing this, and this is what's blowing my mind.
They can't. Well, they can't do it because of all the security and the encryption and all that.
Right.
So nobody was going to crack that. I mean, it was hard enough for people to crack iMessage, and even for the iMessage, you had to have a computer that was a Mac. It had to be on the whole time. Yeah. All this other stuff. It was a lot.
But for Apple to be giving the game away like that, it's just I watched it 3 times this week where.
It might be some type of reverse psychology. You don't even know. You might be like, oh, this is...
You never know. Because who's the best at it?
Because I just read a story that daily activations right now is 50-50 iPhone and Android.
Yeah.
In the U.S. So, I mean, that doesn't mean anything about sales because we all know that iPhone sells more in the U.S., but Android sells more in the world. So,
right. Yeah.
But maybe we're catching up, Q.
Yeah. I mean, people are doing it. I mean, actually, I think... coming off this pandemic thing from last year, just seeing what like from a numbers perspective, this has been a huge year for Samsung, which I just wish I just feel like the second half is going to be a little rough. But again, it might be super exciting because, I mean, this is the year that folds become mainstream, and it's either going to work or it's not. And if it works, it's going to be exciting. If it don't work, and people still come in and be like, well, now that there's no other choice but to buy a foldable Samsung, I'm going to buy an iPhone instead. I mean, that might I don't know, right? So we'll have to see. We got 3 weeks to find out.
Yo, with companies like LG and other people going away, Sony not present here, my mom's gonna have a hard time in fall. There's no note. Yeah, she's not buying the iPhone.
Right. There's one saving grace, and it's gonna be interesting to see how Samsung handles it. The one saving grace is going to be the S21 FE. If they can figure that out, because it's right now it's in the air, it's in limbo. If it can come out sometime before the end of 2020, whether it comes out with this launch or later on during the iPhone stuff, because I think that's when Google Pixel Foldable is going to show up around late, October, November. I think that's when that's going to show up. But that space, if that S21 FE don't come out, that's the one thing I think is going to kind of keep us afloat if it works. Because that's really going to be the only new normal kind of phone that you can buy from Samsung in the second half of the year. Everything else is going to be a foldable. So, one of them things to think about. Right.
So wait. So they're doing like fold for the high end, and then still doing the S line.
Well, the S will still they'll still be selling the S21. But you know how they did last time, like
or the S22 or whatever.
And the S21 Plus will go away. It'll be the S21 FE and then the S21 Ultra only.
And then the Fold 3.
The Z Fold 3 and the Z Flip 3, right? Yeah.
That's
it's a gamble. It's a gamble.
That's a business model. That's gonna be rough.
It's a gamble, bro. So as I'm saying, I cannot.
And wait, none of these phones have the pin go in the phone?
Nope, not a single one.
Oh man.
Now two of them are gonna have S Pen support. Where 3 of the ones that'll be current will have S Pen support.
Hey, we already have S Pen support. That's not what we want, Q.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I'm excited. 3 weeks to let us know what's gonna happen. If the pre-orders go through the roof and everybody's ready to do it, like, you know what, I'm ready to do it. I'm in. I am in. And the only reason why I think I'm comfortable.
But you've got training. You've got usage. You can flip back and forth through phones.
Right. And I don't have to gamble.
Not everybody's like that.
I don't have to spend all that money and get disappointed.
Test stuff out and see how you like everything. You have to do all that.
Okay, I had a little bit of an advantage, but I'm confident though. I'm like, I'm ready to go. You know what I mean? Like, the only thing I
hope you're working on your spiel to convert all these note users.
Dude, I've been working on this for a minute, right? And only thing I need to see, I have to wait a couple weeks to see. However, this pen is going to fit into the thing, because I know it's not going in the traditional way. If we can make that kind of comfortable and make it so that the pen is with you all the time and it's not cumbersome, then I think I can spin it. I think I can.
It's gonna have to be better than that case. It's gonna have to be better than that case option.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work.
I have to see. But the note people, they're gonna have to listen. It's like you ain't gonna be able to get it though, because the note 20 I think is out of production already. I think it's done. So I'm not sure.
That's wild.
I'm not sure. So I'm thinking S21 FE, and I don't think that one will have pen support. So it had to be the S21 Ultra or the foldables, right? And it's a big gamble. And I don't know. Like I said, I'm excited to see where people are gonna fall. Are people ready to go ahead and pre-order the foldables, or are they going to still be a little bit nervous? Well, what you think?
What's going to happen is what? You got 3 weeks? No. Samsung's gonna put out their teaser videos and their look what the fold can do, and that's what's gonna help. Because right now there's nothing. We don't have anything. We don't have any press. We don't have any marketing. Right. Samsung's usually pretty good at videos. So
they're pretty aggressive too. Them things be short, but they all over the place.
I'm gonna say I don't know how good they are, but they're good at tearing down other people.
Definitely right.
And that's their iPhone. Like, whoa, Samsung.
Yeah, they'll do that. They'll do it. And then the funny thing is, they'll take a shot at somebody, and then a couple months later, do that thing that they took a shot at, and then take their videos down. Like, we never said that. Who did you get that from? No, we didn't say that.
Dang, Samsung, chill out, bro.
But anyway, man, we had a few people. Fletch, I think Fletch was stopping through here. He hadn't stopped through in a while. General Takeover. CJ Cooper.
CJ said she was working today. She said she was working, and she was gonna be late. She's gonna have to watch the after show. But we have love for the whole chat squad, man.
We do. And listen, you can still leave comments after the fact. Keon might not see them because I don't think he ever go back to the videos, but I see them because I get alerts for it. So I'll be able to see it. I'll respond to it. Also, if you listen to the audio podcast version, whatever you listen to it on. Except for if you leave something on Apple Podcasts, I won't get the alert for it, obviously, clearly. But on the rest of them, I will. So I can mentally know to go and check Apple Podcasts every week because I don't have
I'm gonna one day I'm gonna be rich, Q. I'm gonna send you an iPhone Mini or something. Just so
you know what I'm gonna do with it, right? You know what I'm gonna do with it.
You're gonna use it every day, and then you're gonna be like, "Wow!"
It's gonna stay in this wrapper, and I'm gonna sit it right here on my desk.
You're gonna use it every day and be like, "I can't believe I never looked at this." I'm like,
I will use it as a paperweight, bro. I will use it. Listen, man, I've looked at iPhones before. I just can't bring myself to do it, man. I can't do it, man. It ain't no juice there. Ain't no juice there.
We'll get you one day, Q. We'll get you one day. Don't worry.
Another awesome SmartGuyz Tech Podcast. Again, everything has been cool. We have a blast doing this show. But this was episode 22, Keon, for the season. We're chugging along.
Bam. Killing it. We're killing it. Oh, one more thing to note. We Chat Squad, future people, we will be off next week because really? I am moving.
Okay, so that's the veil has finally come off.
Veil's finally came off. The cave here will be different the next time you see us in 2 weeks. Right. Sorry.
Okay.
It's not gonna be next week.
That's
It'll
cool.
be 2 weeks, but we will be back in action. Yes.
So we're gonna have to pay attention to Twitter to see what the details and where we're going and where we landing.
Yeah. Of course. I will be dropping some tweets.
Okay, you ain't ready for the reveal yet? Okay, let's go. That's cool.
No, not yet. We'll
keep our eye on your Twitter because it's always interesting anyway.
It's popping over there. Yeah. I just tweeted like 2 seconds ago.
Wow. All right, we'll catch you guys in a few weeks, and actually that'll put us right there on the cusp of the Samsung event. So we'll have plenty to talk about.
Yes, sir, we'll be ready.
A full week of things to catch up with, and we'll catch y'all.
Yes.
Peace.
If
I can find a bag. Okay.